New York never sleeps. But for Alexander Reed, it only pauses between deals. From his luxury penthouse high above Central Park, he looks at the city. The lights move like veins. The buildings feel alive. The city has a heartbeat, and it never stops. His apartment speaks of power. White Italian marble floors. Minimalist furniture from Milan. Abstract art worth more than most houses. And silence so deep it feels planned. Alexander holds a crystal glass of aged Japanese whiskey. Below him, cars move like tiny ants. Above him, nothing. He likes being at the top. 20 years ago, he came to New York with only 2 suitcases. One borrowed suit. And one obsession: control. Control over time. Control over money. Control over destiny. Now, at 42, he owns more than buildings. He owns influence. Morning rituals of power. Alexander wakes up at 5 a.m. Not because he has to, because he can. His private gym fills an entire wing of the penthouse. A former Olympic trainer pushes him hard. A nutritionist prepares his breakfast like art. Egg whites, fresh berries, gold-flecked espresso. At 6:30, his assistant Maya arrives with the morning report. Tokyo markets are up. A Miami project is approved. The private jet is ready anytime. Alexander nods. Efficiency is luxury. At 7:15, a black Rolls-Royce Phantom waits downstairs. The driver speaks only when needed. They move through Manhattan like the city makes space for them. The world is his boardroom. Alexander's office is not just an office. It is a command center. High above the city. Glass walls. A full view of New York in every direction. Powerful people sit across from him. CEOs listen carefully. Politicians return his calls. Investors measure success by how close they are to him. At noon, he eats at a private club. No menu. The chefs already know what he wants. Today, truffle risotto. A rare bottle of wine. Across the table, a nervous tech founder pitches a billion-dollar idea. Alexander listens, then smiles. Interesting. One word from him can change a life. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Luxury beyond money. Alexander learned early. Money alone is not luxury. Luxury is flying to Los Angeles for dinner and being back in New York by morning. Luxury is a phone that rings only when it matters. Security you never see. Art chosen by experts. On weekends, he escapes to Malibu. A mansion on a cliff. Glass walls opening to the ocean. Sunsets that feel unreal. Celebrities visit. Models laugh. Influencers take photos. Alexander watches quietly. He enjoys beauty, but he trusts power more. The woman who wanted nothing. Her name is Evelyn Carter. They don't meet at a gala. Not on a private island. They meet at a quiet charity library in Boston. She wears no designer clothes. No jewelry. But she carries confidence money cannot buy. She doesn't ask what he does. She doesn't search his name online. She talks about books, cities, ideas. For the first time in years, Alexander feels normal. They travel together. Paris, Aspen, Napa Valley. She enjoys the moments, not the price. In luxury hotels, she watches the light, not the chandeliers. One night, she looks out over the city and says, "You live like you're building a fortress." "Fortresses keep you safe," he replies. "Or alone." He never forgets those words. Cracks in the glass. Luxury has pressure. Markets fall. Enemies plan. One mistake can destroy everything. One winter night, crisis hits. A hostile takeover. Phones ring. Screens turn red. Everyone panics. Alexander stays calm. By morning, the threat is gone. The enemy defeated. Billions move before breakfast. The empire grows stronger. But Evelyn is gone. On the marble counter, a note waits. "You own the world, Alex. I just wish you'd let someone stand beside you in it." For the first time, the penthouse feels empty, redefining luxury. Time passes. Success continues. Applause grows louder. But something inside Alexander changes. He builds schools instead of towers. He mentors instead of dominates. He still wears tailored suits. still flies private. But the hunger is softer now. One evening, he stands by the window again. The city glows below him, and he understands. Luxury is not height, not price tags. It is freedom without emptiness, power without loneliness, success without silence. New York still doesn't sleep, but Alexander Reed finally does.